Okay, Sarthak and Sohail, you gave the presentation very much wonderful, and yes, you know that the we failed in our presentation to give like the connection with audience and making especially funny. So yes, of course, the funniest man is standing in front of me. The both are incredible, and you know the improving part is that. So Hale, we are not pressuring you. First of all, as you are thinking, just take it like yes. Although you have challenged your abilities, nobody has said that, but I have said that. You are challenging your abilities, but that is the good part I had. And yes, the improving part for your is that you know you should speak without hesitation. I In some cases I just thought that you're speaking with very much hesitation, and you know the intelligent pauses you was missing. So just take it these things like, yeah, I can improve it. There is nothing you can do it, but this you can do it. So yes, do it. And of course the efforts was very 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 nice. And the funniest part, oh my god, that was really wonderful.
First of all, I want to congratulate both of you because the storyline was wonderful. The way you have presented the carrot story and the way you have presented the carrot story was out of the box. The Shrishti, I just wanted to say, Shrishti, this time you have shown a very good confidence in your presentation, and the way you are using your hands and your facial expressions was very much beautiful. But one thing I just want to share, that I found it that you were speaking quite repetitive words while expressing your thoughts, your views. So that little part is I realized. Otherwise, you did an excellent job. To Ayush, I just wanted to say, the acting you did for crying and for getting remorse or in that situation, it was very much I can say it was you have pushed your envelope in that thing, because it needs a lot of emotional, it needs a lot of emotional zone in which you have carried yourself, and the way you have presented yourself was actually looking like you are crying, you are really sad, and it was looking like a movie is playing. So I must congratulate both of you. You truly did a good job.
So yes, Tejaswini, your presentation was absolutely glorious, amazing. It was absolutely not expected, because it was relating with society, laws, and the points you shared was really incredible. I'd like to appreciate you that you were speaking the points that are really relatable to us and the society as well. So yes, now the improving part is that the topic is, are you happy? So that happiness on your face, should be there. That kind of happiness, that kind of pity smile should be on your face. Rest of the things was absolutely amazing and unexpected. I think you challenged your abilities and make us very much impressed and touched my heart. So yes, of course, I got something for you.
Tejaswini, your performance was amazing, undoubtedly. What I loved the most, you are not stuck in your body language. Every part, everything has a different actions. It was in a proper sync, and body language was not very orthodox or just moving your hands. It was properly vivid. But the presentation says, "Are you happy?" So that happiness we should carry on our face. Like you are smiling right now, the audience should feel that happiness within. And moreover, for better audience view, we can move around the stage. That will be my presentation. Else I love and I got the idea how to be happy. I was also stuck in those ideas, money, health, and everything. So these little improvement points will add a feather on the cap.
Tejasni, your presentation was best. I liked it so much, and it was a presentation like and I loved it so much.
Okay, so Sarthak and Sohail, I really appreciate the creativity that you have infused in your presentation. Like you initiated in phase wise, you represented the whole cycle. So it was interactive at that point. But when I talk about duet presentation, from the starting onwards, it was looking that Sarthak is playing the main role, the key role, and Sohail is just like a side actor in up to some extent of the presentation. I don't know how you planned it, but if at that place also Sohail was more engaged into the presentation, then it must be at another level. Moreover, you were quite connected in the presentation. The content was quite connected. Idea was clear. That was good part.
Okay, so first of all, I want to say that I totally enjoyed your presentation. It was looking like actually after lunch we all are sleeping, but your presentation make me awake, and the way Sohail was lying down on the floor and making the sounds of a child, that was totally a fun part, and I really liked that part a lot. And the way you were turning around and expressing your thoughts, that was also a unique way of presentation. So I like this a lot. And yeah, a lot of not lot of a few there are few points where I want to say that Suhail can also look more Suhail can also participate more in the presentation. The participation is a little bit less from your end. Otherwise, it was amazing, and the storyline is also very good.
So Srishti and Ayush, this was a really wonderful performance. And when you were acting, Ayush, when you were failing in the interview, then your acting was really like you were in the full in dead zone. And when you were sitting and you were sad, then you were fully engaged in your script and in your performance. And you did a really wonderful job from your side. And as I saw from last performance, it was a really wonderful performance. And if I talk about Srishti, yes, Srishti is doing very hard work, and she is giving somewhere like मतलब कहीं ना कहीं आपको मतलब अच्छे से टक्कर दे पा रही थी ये भी. तो she is pushing herself also, but somewhere find only little bit of practice. You are a little bit practice away from the Ayush, from the Sarthak and other heroes. So that will come very less time. So this was my yeah. And overall it was a Gocha performance.
Srishti and Ayush, you did a wonderful job, and your facial expressions was very wonderful, and you are looking like you are really crying, and your faces like Srishti faces like she is very happy, and it is looking a natural conversation. And these things, it can be in 2% that people can do in it, and we should give a big hand to her.
Okay, first of all, actually the role which Ayush played was about his interview situation. But if we talk about like me and Aradhya and Tejaswini, we have a situation when our exams comes up, we have that kind of situation which you were showing. Like, yeah, exactly. We have kind of attitude that like we are a loser. We don't think like, I mean, just a mark sheet or just a marks doesn't define your abilities. Maybe you can do something which is really brilliant apart from all those educations and all. So it was a great idea which you guys explained. And about Srishti, yeah, the thing which Vinish said, that you are a little bit using your words repeatedly, but after like overall, I can say you both did a rigorous efforts in this presentation, and the point, the core content, your whole was really fabulous.
So Nana and Srishti, I liked your presentation. It was the best presentation of the world, and I also choose good presentation like you, and I like everybody, and I loved it so much, so much. I love the presentation.
Ayush and Shrishti, your performance, I'll be very particular. It is good, it is amazing, like all other feedback says the adjectives. But being very particular, right from the starting, you had my eyes. Ayush being into zone, that acting part was quite well built up. And the moment you switched in between and things, the initial part was very well built, that's why it got the attention. When Srishti entered the flavor of getting into the topic, that led to more of the connectivity. Few little elements that actually took my heart was the analogy of characteristics, your synchronization of gotcha. I actually smiled. Okay, and this is something I used right from the heart. I saw the Ayush that I was missing in the last class, and I'm really happy for that. That dynamism, that accent, that charm, that body language that Ayush is known for. And talking about Srishti, you are way more than Ayush, and you what a complimentary performer you are. If you would have not been here, the performance might not have that much charm that it carries right now. Your analogies, your style, your accent, your smartness with the language is amazing. Thank you. And for the improvement, you can be little more synchronized. That is a part of duet coordination. Rest your performance was amazing.
Suram and Vinny, the examples you give were truly is a true example, and the presentation which you gave was very connected to the topic, and we should always have a positive side which you told us for spending our money. And so here and the presentation which you give was quite fabulous and amazing, so I want to give something.
Yeah. Ram and Vinny, the presentation was really gorgeous, unexplainable, that I was like thinking about what we will do with 1 billion rupees. We can buy car and this, but the kind of mindset that you made in my mind, that was totally out of box, that I had even thought of 1 billion rupees. I just thought that I will purchase a new bungalow. But yes, of course, Ram and Winnie expressed that this is the selfishness, right? And the example, the role play that you gave was absolutely out of box. I can't even, I don't have words for it. That kind of presentation you can understand, and no improving part that I had right now. And yes, of course, the presentation was so amazing that blew up my mind. And yes, of course, I got something for you guys, for your efforts, for your good presentation.
Ram and Vinny, your presentation was so much good. The best word of the best. I loved it so much. I also do good presentation like everybody. And I like you so much. You did good presentation. And now I want to give you a gift to parent of it.
Okay, so the start was very good actually. I got excited, when you both were sitting and doing the Amit ji and Sukha Singh you kind of trying to imitate Amit ji, and I could found that, and from there I could see the graph is just growing in terms of curiosity, what you gonna be adding into your presentation and all of this. So yeah, the idea was good that you are trying to build and you are trying to convey that you must not use money for selfish reasons, because it is going nowhere, going you nowhere. You will get more intrigued, more excited for these luxurious things, and this will never end. So you kind of try to share that particular analogy, and I really like that. Specifically for improving areas, so I found Vinny, you were sitting most of the time just facing Ram, which you shouldn't be. You should be facing the audience. You must have seen in award shows also, they both are standing just in front of the audience and conversing with each other. We kind of trying, I mean, Shrishti and I, we are standing in front of the audience and communicating with each other while doing posture like this in between. So you may adapt this also. I found a lot in when you also, you was facing most of the time Ram also. So that's the first part. Second, you picked up the example of Nano. That's, I do not think is a good example, because that model was got cancelled because of some issues. The idea was, of course, the legendary, but yeah, it was not practical. That's why it got stopped. So yeah, that's the two suggestions or the kind of tweaks I want to add more. And yeah, but otherwise the idea was really good.
Okay. Actually, when I heard that he in the role play he won 1 billion, we all have that tendency, like when we get money, we just think about only just spending it. We don't think how to use it wisely. Okay. And about the 1 million point, if it's not his fault also, if we consider anyone, not him also, if anyone would get 1 billion, he would all be he would be thinking to spend it somewhere, like buying those luxurious cars and booking tickets of somewhere, or he want to explore the world. So it's nobody guide us at that time. When our mom and dad gives us money to just go outside and buy something, what we do is we spend it all. We don't think wisely, like we can buy something else which can be even useful, like we eat chocolates and all. But sometimes our mom and dad guide us that you may have taken this thing instead of this one. So we get a lesson that yes, usage of money can also be wiser. Okay, so you guys like it's my also habit to just spend money like whole that, but you guys gave me an idea, and from now I'll take the initiative to use my money very wisely. And the analogy and the everything was fabulous. I don't want to take out any improvement part in that.
You were so much slow in your presentation, and that's what made your presentation quite relatable. We were listening to you quite patiently, that it's all about that asking the right questions, right? Why do this, why not to do this, and getting away from the insecurity that we most of the times having कि यार अगर वो लड़की पसंद आ रही है तो बोल क्यों नहीं देते, अगर कोई डांस करने को बोल रहा है तो उसे हाँ क्यों नहीं कर देते, या खुद मन कर रहा है. So it's all about getting away from your insecurities. First of all, finding out your insecurities and asking the right questions, right? And you made your presentation super slow, and that's what making your presentation quite relatable, quite relaxed, and yes, I thoroughly enjoyed it, and I was patient while listening to you. So hats off to you, being slow, sometimes worse, and it was working. I mean, yeah, I could see that. So thank you so much, Sohail, for this beautiful presentation. And yeah, talking about the suggestions, yes, a little bit of improvements would have been there. First of all, you can use some big sentences also. In your delivery, you are using small sentences, which is good, but you can use sometimes a whole paragraph. Try in one breath, or not in one breath, but in one chunk. You can do that and make a paragraph of that. So that's what I would suggest for these kind of presentations from the next time. Yeah, Thank you, Sohail.
Okay, so Hale, your presentation was, good. Absolutely relatable, because you know that most of the people here will just see here and then forget it, but I will not forget it, because it is, relatable with me. And that thing, which not only that thing, but those things that are mind blowing, keeps in my heart, not away from my heart. So yes, this presentation I loved. And yes, I'm gonna tell only one, two, three improving part. Yes, as I said, you were slow, but yeah, don't take this like stress on your mind that I'm very much slow, I didn't perform. That is a big thing, that you performed, because I'm not performing because of my exams, that occurs in between. Because I will be mastering performance, I promise you, in the next offline class. So taking this big challenge of telling something motivational to other people is very very big thing, because all is just going that in our mind, that the ideas are running, but the ideas were arranged properly. As you were slow, but you will धीरे धीरे हो जाएगा, no problem. And yes, of course, the intelligent pause, you need to focus on it, the intelligent pause. That was your mind blowing out of box in my point of view.
So, Sohail, in your presentation, what I like the most is are the examples. The hammer example, the dating example, the dancing example, they all are relatable to our life. The main thing is, the main idea is why and why not. The idea is so much unique, because we all are also here to find our why in our life, that why we are here in this academy, why we are learning so much, why we are going extra miles every time. So I think finding why is very much important, and that you have portrayed in your presentation. I must say the topic was very much beautiful, and it is something which needs a lot of courage to take also, because the courage you have shown today in today's presentation by defining various whys in life, that requires a lot of accolades. I just want to accolade for you. You really did a wonderful job. And the improvement part where I feel is that of course, as Ayush said, you were going a little bit slow, but I think it needs a little bit packaging of your content. If you package the content, then automatically you can speak in a flow. I mean to say, if you package your 3 sentences together, the next 3 sentences will look like a packaged sentence. So I must say that everything was wonderful, only this packaging of sentences, little bit more emphasis on that. Otherwise, you did a wonderful job. Thank you, Sohail.
Sohail, your presentation was so much good. I loved it. It was best presentation in the world, and I liked it so much. I also do good presentation so much. Sometimes I do little presentation, sometimes I do so much. So I loved it. It was super.
Sohail and Sarthak, you did a wonderful performance, and Sohail is making a wonderful voice of a child, and you should Sohail should more connected with the presentation, because he is taking less part of the presentation, and he is feeling feeling scared from sometimes, and he is feeling very bad while speaking.
Sarthak, your presentation was point, hashtag very very much good. I can't even have words then I give the anchoring, as you have seen that I was quitting, but the idea was totally, I mean, totally, very, very, very much different from that idea. Okay, so one thing I felt that was, in my school there is one girl. I mean, very intelligent, and I'm very sukha lakka lakda in front of her, and she's very much fatty. I mean, she's intelligent in the terms of intelligent in terms of participating. I also participate, but understand my point. So yes, so she we got class activity. From there we have to, like, this dude presentation we have to perform. So I have to choose my partner. I had in my mind that in my class all of somebody is of less speaking, so I don't know from where I just thought of choosing her only. And I didn't understand although the things was going in my mind that I should don't do this, I will be failed, the ma'am will insult me in front of the whole class, and I have to, my image is good in front of the class, but why I have to choose her only? I can choose anyone. So I choose her, and then we give the presentation. Inside I just felt that I choose her. I just have no hesitation, with the confidence I choose her. But I never try to understand what is that thing that makes me stop to not choose her. So to choose not anyone else. So yes, today with your presentation I get to know that in my mind there was going like to quit right way to quit right now. And if I talk about your presentation, then I was thinking like don't mind it, but I was thinking like Sarthak will he's very good in role play and this all. So I just thought that first he will give the wonderful role play and then he will explain. But the interaction between the audience and the performer on the stage is very, very important, and that I felt was like this is so much important. In the between you were doing like act and this also, this keeps the audience interactive with you and listen your presentation, I mean, more dedicated than anyone else. So yes, that was the good part. And no, I think this time no improvements, because yes, of course you need to look improvements in yourself. Okay? So yes, that is very, very good.
Thank you very much for watching this video. If you enjoyed watching this video and we could add value to your life, kindly support us by liking this video and sharing it with your friends and in your communities. And yes, don't forget to subscribe to our channel. Moreover, I invite you to go to our website and explore our programs, because they can take you from where you are to where you want to be. See you in the next video.